came across a prime example of eisegesis last night that I just wanted to share. Eisegesis is reading something into the text that isn't there, where exegesis is drawing from the text what is intended. So this individual is trying to prove that Peter and Paul were the apostles of different churches, that there was a plan with the 12 apostles, then a plan with just Paul. And I'm not saying because someone used a really bad argument that this disproves their doctrine. I just know that I wouldn't like people going around spreading bad arguments for things that I believe in, because it could make people doubt the veracity of what we're actually teaching. So Jesus tells Peter in the Gospels, Satan wants to sift you as wheat. You can even look to the book of Acts, and Peter's, put in prison, but God lets him escape from that. And there's a shift in the book of Acts from Peter to Paul, then back to Peter for a short bit, then on to Paul again. Why that's written that way is up to anyone's guess. It doesn't necessarily prove anything in and of itself. But like I said, Satan's attacking Peter, and most likely the other apostles, even though that's not stated. But then in Acts 19, the demons are mentioning Paul and Jesus. So the argument is that's who the demons are focused on attacking at this point. Like they've left the 12 apostles behind and are focusing on Paul. But the actual context of Acts 19 is super obvious. The Jewish exorcists knew that Paul was having success casting out demons by Jesus' name, so they thought they could mention Paul and Jesus, and that's what they do. We cast thee out by Jesus whom Paul preaches. That's what the exorcists literally say. And the demon responds in a really odd passage of scripture, if you're not familiar with it. Jesus I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye? And all the exorcists that were there at the time were kind of like, they got beat up by a demon and kind of went outside with their clothes ripped up. So the most obvious reading is Paul and Jesus were mentioned because they tried to use Paul and Jesus' name in order to cast out the demon, as if it was some sort of magical talisman, and the demons responded, you don't have any power here. But to take that passage and try to prove that Satan was attacking the 12 apostles at this time and their church, and is now attacking Paul and his church, come on.